It starts with a simple coin in your pocket, but the journey of this 1999 Georgia state quarter began far beyond your reach, inside the halls of the White House and the United States Congress. At a time when America was witnessing an unprecedented economic boom and the rise of the digital age, a visionary idea took root: to turn national currency into a walking history book. From the moment President Bill Clinton signed the 50-state quarters program into law, it triggered a massive connection between federal power, artistic mastery at the U.S. Mint, and the local pride of Georgia's citizens. This wasn't just about minting money, it was about capturing the spirit of the Peach State during one of the most prosperous eras in American history, turning a piece of copper and nickel into a timeless connection that eventually traveled through the Federal Reserve and commercial banks straight into your hands. The story begins not in a factory, but inside the mind of a visionary who believed that money should be more than just boring metal. Back in 1996, a small group of passionate coin collectors and forward-thinking members of Congress proposed a radical shift. Why not give every state its own unique face on the quarter? This spark of creativity quickly gained momentum, leading all the way to the Oval Office. In 1997, President Bill Clinton officially signed the Commemorative Coin Act into law, setting the stage for a decade-long journey of history and art. This signature didn't just authorize a new currency, it ignited a nationwide movement that would eventually put a piece of Georgia's soul right into the palm of your hand. When the production of this coin kicked off between 1998 and 1999, America was cruising through a literal golden age of prosperity. The nation was basking in one of the strongest economies in its history, with unemployment hitting record lows and the dot-com bubble driving a massive surge in technology and innovation. It was an era of peace and immense optimism. These vibrant, newly designed quarters were launched specifically to capture and share this feeling of national success with the common people. By putting a piece of art and history into daily circulation, the government ensured that every citizen could carry a symbol of this flourishing American dream right in their pocket. From the grand scale of national economics, the spotlight now shifts directly to the state of Georgia. As one of the original 13 colonies, Georgia holds a prestigious place in American history, having officially joined the Union as the fourth state on January 2, 1788. Because the 50-state quarters program honored states in the exact order they ratified the Constitution, Georgia earned its place at the very beginning of the series. This is why, in 1999, this specific coin became the fourth ever to be released to the public, marking a historic transition from the federal law to the unique heritage of the Empire State of the South. The journey now connects directly with the people of Georgia through a grand creative challenge. To ensure the coin truly represented the soul of the state, then Governor Zell Miller launched a statewide design competition, inviting citizens to share their vision. Thousands of passionate Georgians submitted their ideas, ranging from historic symbols to natural landscapes. However, in the end, the iconic peach was chosen as the centerpiece, surrounded by the silhouettes of live oak sprigs and the state map. This choice wasn't just about fruit, it was a tribute to Georgia's global identity as the Peach State, turning a public competition into a permanent symbol of state pride that would soon be struck into millions of coins. Once the design was finalized by the people, the project moved into the hands of a true master at the U.S. Mint. John Mercanti, the legendary chief engraver, took the winning concept and began the delicate process of bringing it to life. With incredible precision, he sculpted the iconic peach, the detailed map of Georgia, and the graceful oak branches into a master hub. Mercanti had the challenging task of ensuring that every fine detail would translate perfectly onto a small disc of copper and nickel. His craftsmanship transformed a simple drawing into a three-dimensional masterpiece, creating the steel dies that would soon strike millions of coins with absolute consistency and artistic elegance. If you look closely at your coin, you'll notice a small, distinct letter P, a tiny mark with a massive meaning. This P stands for the Philadelphia Mint, the historic facility where your specific coin was brought into existence. This is the place where raw metal met industrial power. Inside the mint, colossal high-pressure machines, weighing several tons, struck the blank discs with incredible force. In a split second, these machines transformed a simple piece of metal into the detailed masterpiece you see today. This P mint mark is the final stamp of authenticity, proving that your coin was part of a legendary production line that turned industrial strength into a national treasure. Once the minting process was complete, these coins began their massive journey across the country, first being transported to the Federal Reserve banks. From these high-security vaults, they were distributed to thousands of commercial banks and eventually flowed into local shops and cash registers. On July 19, 1999, the Georgia quarter was officially released into the market, making its grand debut to the public. This final step in the logistics chain turned a government project into a daily reality, ensuring that from that Monday morning onwards, a piece of history could be handed over as simple change in any corner of America. The final connection is with you, the observer. When these coins hit the streets, they sparked a national obsession, with nearly half the American population suddenly becoming treasure hunters. This wasn't just pocket change anymore. It was a revolution in numismatics where a simple error could turn a quarter into a fortune. For instance, if you find a Georgia quarter struck on a Golden Experimental Planchet, it could be worth a staggering $100,000. Even more shocking is the Muled Die error, where the quarter's face is paired with the wrong back, potentially fetching $250,000. The stakes go even higher with a double denomination error, a coin struck over another coin, which can reach a value of $500,000. But the ultimate holy grail is a unique wrong metal blank error, a 1 in a million mistake that could see your coin selling for up to $1 million at a major auction. What started as a government program turned into a high-stakes hunt, proving that you might be holding $1 million masterpiece right in the palm of your hand without even knowing it.